Notice that people are firing 4 questions from Qatar.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So my question is, according to what is going on with the brothers on ground,
yes,
it's very many being arrested and tortured.
yes.
Well and good for the regime that is its way of work.
Okay.
But I request the president,
yes,
to put in every place,
yes,
a law enforcement group to work upon this.
You mean
whoever is arrested?
You mean a legal team?
Yes.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Because whenever there is okay. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. I think Abdallah Katende was simply giving a suggestion, but I see Mr. Osamuel. I think the president himself has taken down that suggestion. Kindly mute yourself, Mr. Abdallah. Thank you for that question. I'll ask Mr. Osamuel Ogidi to go ahead and fire his question. I'll take 2 more questions or 2 more suggestions from the people who are participating, and so that we can let the principal go. Mr. Osamuel Ogidi, are you there? We can see your curtain, but I hope I can see your face.
Thank you very much, moderator. Thank you very much, moderator.
Yes, where are you located? And go ahead and fire your question. You're in the UAE. I think you have a second live stream, which is making it difficult for me to hear you, or for us to hear you.
That's all right. Let him ask him to mute. Lower his volume.
Go ahead, Conrad.
All right. Mr. President, what are the infrastructure that we have in all constituencies as far as the export for the register is concerned and the polling stations?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogidi.
Is there any effective procedure method that he has in order to take over government if it so any resistance?
I think your service is a little bit difficult. I'm going to ask the president to respond to those 2 concerns. Mr. Ogidi, thank you very much. Mr. President, the suggestion by Comrade Abdallah was that you have a legal team in the different regions, and then also Mr. Ogidi asked that is there an infrastructure in place at polling stations in regards to the election? And then I'll have 2 more questions, and then maybe our comrades on Facebook can go ahead and close. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Comrade Haman. I thank you, Comrade Katende from Qatar. Yeah, indeed, there has been wanton arrests, wanton tortures against our colleagues. The young men and women continue to face it rough, and it's sad with the women because the regime is targeting their dignity. However, we salute those that continue to hold fort. Now I must update you that we have a legal team, and I thank the leadership of that legal team, Council Anthony Wameri and Council Shamim Malende, together with your teams. You have done an amazing job. We thank the former leader of our legal team, Comrade Benjamin Katana, and the team that has done an enormous job. But again, ever since he handed to Comrade Wameli has continued to do a good team. We salute them. However, we continue to face challenges, comrades, because we are battling with an entire state. They have a lot of money, and they know that by dragging us with senseless court cases, they are taking away our valuable time. We continue to appeal to those fellow Ugandans that can assist legally, those young lawyers that can give their time, anything that you can give, be it your time, be it your legal services. We need them, because this is a mass struggle, this is a revolution, and we need their constant assistance. But as of now, we still have a team of lawyers, and we are scattered in different regions of Uganda. We continue to expand to make sure we can reach out to our foot soldiers, to our comrades who continue being arrested and arraigned before court. Yes, Comrade Ogidi was asking whether we have an infrastructure to handle the polling day. We continue to build it, and even right now I'm appealing to those who are in Uganda that can offer them their services, that can volunteer. We are mainly operating on a voluntary basis. For those that have been sponsoring our foot soldiers, I know different individuals in the diaspora are not only sponsoring our foot soldiers to go on ground, recruit people that are going to preach our message, but also to sensitize and teach those that are going to work as polling assistant, agents, and vote gatherers. We encourage you to go ahead. We salute you. We thank you, because you don't only facilitate them, but you also supervise them. Like I've always been saying, comrades, this is a rubber-dub style. Everybody can do something, even if it is supervising from where you are. Facilitate these young people and supervise them. Let them report to you. Let them give you an accountability of their work. Let us do this all together. While the regime focuses on Chagulanyi, you are doing great work. While the regime focuses on the National Unity Platform and People Power Secretariat, the work is ongoing and is being supervised by people, not even in Uganda, but in the diaspora. So you can do quite a lot. While we try to do what we can on ground, we know that you're also doing great to help the people and to help the struggle. Now, if I could have one round of questions, Comrade Herman.
For holding the people, we have 607 participants, so you're making my job very not easy. I'll ask Comrade Allen Tumukunde. She raised her hand. She has had her hand up. I'm going to ask you to unmute and ask your question. I've sent you an unmute request. Comrade Allen Tumukunde, if you can accept that. I see Maureen Peace, Okroscovia. Is it Allen Tumukunde unmuted?
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, nice to see you. I'm also, just before you go, I'm going to ask Maureen Peace to unmute herself, and then the last one will be Proscovia's iPhone. Those are the people who had their hand up, and go on, Madam Allen.
Yes, Mr. Aman, thanks so much for giving me this task. I take this opportunity to welcome my president, my principal. Since I'm in diaspora, I will specifically ask questions in diaspora.
Which part of the diaspora are you?
I'm in UAE, Abu Dhabi.
Thank you.
I'm an executive after. I will take this chance to ask the question concerning the diaspora, so that the principal can help us and clarify more to us. We have a challenge right now. We have 3 stages where we reach. We need 3 things. One, we need money to facilitate the struggle.
Madam Allen, I'm going to request that we ask a question in a sentence, so that we can give other people an opportunity.
Yes, I get your point. Mr. Amon, I want to ask Mr. Chakulani. He said specifically when he's releasing the no cuts, they're going straight away to report letters. But to our understanding, some people are getting cuts and they are not coordinators. What do you say about that?
Okay, thank you, Madam Allen. Thank you very much.
I would love to tell the principal he launched Mudaku Muda purposely only in Kamocha. Would he expand it more for us or in diaspora areas so that we can also go on with Mudaku Muda?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Allen. Madam Proscovia's iPhone, kindly unmute yourself and ask the President a question. And then Maureen, please, if you can unmute yourself. Maureen, please. Or Proscovia's iPhone, one of the two. If not, meanwhile, the President can go ahead and respond to that concern, or I can respond being the team leader of the diaspora, depending on what his preference is.
Thank you very much. If you allow me, I would love to respond to them, and when I leave you in charge, then you can assume full powers and enjoy. But for us, as long as I'm still seated here, why don't I still be using that word that they say Entebbe Homa? Yeah. Do we have anybody online, or should I go on, Comrade Herman?
Yeah, I think Maureen, please, is unmuted. She can go on and turn her video on so that she can ask a question, and then you can respond to those two concerns. Maureen, please.
Thank you, Comrade Herman.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
Where are you? Which country are you from?
I'm in Uganda.
Oh.
I'm calling from Kayunga.
I am.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give you this opportunity to another person from a different country, because I personally can reach the president and ask you, thank you. I'll come to your inbox.
Thank you. Okay. Peter, kindly go ahead and ask a question, since you had a plan to ask a question from Facebook.
Can I say there's so many comments, but as the principal is saying, people are saying to us that stop calling the principal comrade, start calling him president. So that's up to principal or comrade secretary, and let me just continue. There are a number of comments, but I just summarize them for some time. There is, say, someone from Jamaica who says, how can they help with the campaign because they want to be part of the history? And they say, at the same time, I think this probably goes to our policy team, not to answer me. We need to have policies in there that sort of attract, like Ghana's done, or attracting other Africans who are not born in Africa to come and settle and invest in Uganda. So that I want to answer those questions. The specific questions that actually probably I really want to put in, I have had a number of questions from the Middle East. There's one Dorcas Nakiwa and one Nandinga Fiona, who say, what do we have, or what does it have need to have in terms of suffering of people in the Middle East? Really, how and when is that going to be, how are they going to help? I think that's one that I really have to put to you. The other one is the compliments again. They're saying thank you very much. The testing process is excellent and transparent and will give us very good leadership. The other is from someone from Ghana who says, apart from talking about Ugandan change, we also need to think more about the whole African continent. Effectively, what instead of been saying about Pan-Africanism and actually moving nowhere with it. It's like a theme of, it's a song actually, about East Africa, Uganda, East Africa, Pan-Africa, but actually, 35 years, where is it gone? I don't know.
Thank you, Comrade. Thank you, Comrade Peter. Mr. President,
yes, please.
As I've been directed, you go ahead and respond to those two concerns, and then we can wrap this up so that we can let people.
Thank you very much, Comrade Herman. I appreciate Comrade Peter for the love and respect and all the airs, but I wouldn't mind being called Comrade, because before I'm in the presidential chair, I'd love to still enjoy the comradeship. In any case, I really want to be a servant leader. So even when I'm president, I would love to be called Comrade President. Now, apart from the different compliments, Comrade Peter raises two important questions, and I'll answer them in one. One about the suffering of Ugandans. He singled out those in the Middle East. But I'm aware that Ugandans continue to suffer in very many different countries. It's very unfortunate that many of them have died and they're even buried there. Why? Because our country does not see it as priority. For as long as President Museveni is still in power, everything else is secondary. And that should sink in our minds and hearts. We should understand it that we as Ugandans actually do not matter to President Museveni and his cronies. It explains why we had all the ability to repatriate Ugandans that were being dehumanized in China on account of their skin color. But the government of Uganda stubbornly closed the airport, and yes, our brothers and sisters are still there. It was after a lot of noise that a few, lucky Ugandans were picked from wherever they were. Even when the airport was still closed, you saw that the tycoons, the mighty and powerful of our country, were able to come back to their country. We also know that an ambassador was buried in Saudi Arabia recently, was not brought back to be buried by his, together with his ancestors, by his people. So, sad to mention that the suffering of Ugandans will continue until we put an end to the Museveni misrule. That is the only solution to put an end to the separation and all the, the vices that are ongoing in our country. The solution, the medicine lies in putting an end to the Museveni dictatorship, which we shall soon accomplish, put an end to. And yes, on the stand of Pan-Africanism, we talk about Uganda because that is where we are. As of now, that is the only place we can dare to change. And after that, we'll of course dare to change the whole of Africa, because like Kwame Nkrumah said, Africa cannot be free until all of Africa is free. The dictatorship that is in Uganda has a bearing on the lives of other Africans. And yes, the freedom of Uganda will have a huge bearing on the rest of Africa. President Museveni has many times boasted of being a Pan-African. But what kind of Pan-African leaves fellow Africans to be mistreated simply because they are black, and you cannot even allow them come back home? What kind of Pan-African, goes around mongering wars, with neighbors, goes around destabilizing countries around us, instigating civil war in those countries, and yes, creating refugee crises around the world, only to benefit from those refugee influxes? So we want to, uplift Pan-Africanism in the real meaning of Pan-Africanism. The East African community, for example, must not be a club of presidents. No, it must be with the people. We must share values. We must share aspirations. We must share goals as a people, not as leaders. What kind of Pan-African does not see value in the next generation? Instead of uplifting the next generation, he is trying to suffocate the next generation. And yet Africa survives on the posterity of Africa. The African tribe where I come from, the Baganda, they have a saying that emiti emito yejugumiza ekibira. It is the young trees that will make the African forest thick and strong. Unfortunately, with President Museveni, he's trying to eliminate all the good trees that are in the African forest. Therefore, he, in his actions, is trying to destroy Africa under the pretext of Pan-Africanism. We are the real Pan-Africans. We are the generation that is borderless, that is limitless. that is tribeless, that is religionless. Our religion is Africa. Our tribe is Africa. Our desire is Africa, uniting Africa and making sure that Africa in this time as an era realizes her full potential. We are the true sons and daughters of Wakanda, aka Uganda, aka Africa. We thank you. So with those few remarks, Comrade Haman, I want to salute all the comrades. I want to salute all of you for being there. I want to thank you for being present in huge numbers. We apologize for the technological glitches that we encountered. We apologize for coming on late. You see, we are trying it under the circumstances, because you know that we cannot freely access radio stations or TV stations, so we depend on the internet. We hope to, do this much more regularly in a more stable situation, so we can be able to communicate with you, ladies and gentlemen, to keep you filled in, to keep you connected to home. We are living in a time of an era where everything is possible. So we as a generation, we must maximize that. I want to thank you, and yes, I've already promised that I will be regularly coming to connect with you. I've already told you that we are banking on the internet. We want to use the internet before they black it out. You have seen the regime here in Uganda is plotting to completely shut our mouths, to completely shut out the internet. You've seen that they want us to get licenses for expressing ourselves on our own social media pages. So we're trying to use it before they succeed in blocking it. Already, they cannot allow us to appear on radio stations outside Kampala. Why? Because they are scared of the message of liberation that we bring to the people of Kampala, of the people of Uganda, the people of Africa. Let us continue. I encourage you to continue using social media. Kindly continue funding our activities. Continue funding the efforts to liberate our country. We need posters. We need paraphernalia. We need stickers. We need banners. And yes, we have the Moda Moda campaign that the comrade talked about. It is still ongoing. We have a cash app that I will share with you on the screen. But again, I will also share with you the cash app here. It is People Power UG, and the number is plus 185 771 94451. I'll say it again, plus 185 771 94451. That is our cash app. Also, our fundraising platform, kindly allow me read it to you. It is https / peoplepower.org.ug/donate. Kindly reach us on that and facilitate our activities. We also have a mobile money account in the name of Daniel Oriot. In fact, there are two. They are both in the names of Daniel Oyerwot. One is 0703 636363, and another is 0787 336363. Kindly reach out us on those contacts, but also I encourage you, those that have direct contact with our comrades, with our foot soldiers, continue empowering them, but again, continue holding them accountable. Let us do this together, because we can do it together, comrades. I thank you, I salute you, and I pray to the Almighty God to keep you alive and strong, so that we all can come together to celebrate the downfall of a brutal dictator called Yoweri Museveni, as we embrace a new Uganda, a Uganda that will make us proud to be called the Ugandans, a Uganda which we will exist and we will move in those countries in the street feeling proud to be called Ugandans. We shall hold our flag, black, yellow, red, with pride. We shall sing with our national anthem with no shaky voices. We shall truly be Ugandans. We shall be proud of that country, because it is our own confidence, it is our sufferation, it is our tears and sweat that will have built that country called Uganda. Don't give up, my brothers and sisters. Don't grow tired. Don't give up. Let's keep going. One great man said, tears and sweat, they are both salty, but one gives you sympathy, the other gives you victory. Let us choose sweat over tears. Let us stand firm, stand together, and together we shall liberate this our country called Uganda. I salute you and I thank you for listening to me. I thank you for being on for God and my country. People power, our power, our power, people power. NUP everywhere, everywhere, NUP. When can I sing a song as I sign out?
Mr. President, I'm going to unmute the comrades to give our Mubala, our Mubala, and so that we can all set people power in one spirit.
Certainly.
Before you leave.
Most certainly.
Okay, go ahead and guide us. Many
Sure.
comrades can now unmute.
Comrades, are you there?
So that we can all say people.
All right. People power. Our power. NUP everywhere. Everywhere. NUP. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in the new Uganda. People power, our power, NUP everywhere, everywhere, NUP. And I also salute you, comrades, in the tech. Yeah. 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 Baby mabayaye. Yeah. Saja kimo mbadde njagala mutta.